All right, guys, so if you're like me, you have been flying DJI drones, this is generic GPS drones, for several years. You know, you can get really great cinematic footage with these if you know how to use them right. But to be honest, in the past several months, I've started to get bored. I'm ready to do something more exciting. So, DJI Mini 3, right? You can always keep on pushing the limits and doing more and more with these drones, but I'm ready for something more exciting, something with more of a rush, if you will. So I'm gonna put this back real quick and grab something. So now this brings us to the DJI Avata, right? Now I did fly or attempt to fly the DJI FPV drone. That drone was fun, that drone was fast, that drone was powerful. But it was like a freaking flying potato, and that's actually the nickname that it got online in forums and among FPV pilots and drone pilots. But hey, it helped a lot of people get their first foot in the door in the world of FPV, as well as myself. But I just honestly didn't enjoy flying it very much. And when the DJI Avata came out, I sold it and jumped to this bad boy. However, manual mode. The DJI Avata is prone to some weird gyro deal. I don't know if it's the heck was it? And it basically, if you got to some weird position, it would just whip out and fly upside down and just crash and hit the ground. The Avata paired with the motion controller is a really, really cool combination. It's really fun and it's really handy. It works. I've done jobs with this. I've done some interior flights through a warehouse with this. It works and it's really, really cool. However, still wasn't quite getting that new rush I was looking for. So ultimately, yes, I wanted to get into the world of FPV. I'm a father of 4. I have a 7-year-old, 5-year-old, 3-year-old, and a 11-month-old. I don't have ample time to spend in my garage tinkering and soldering wires and building an FPV drone or a quad. But in all honesty, I have a very demanding job that I am very grateful for, that I love. It takes a lot of time and attention, and it is my career. And I really enjoy what I do for a living. But like I said, I don't have the time to spend in the garage tinkering and building an FPV quad from scratch. So I did some research, went online, I discovered bind and flight FPV quads. Yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. And I came across iFlight, and there's some FPV pilots on YouTube that ranted and raved about a handful of models of FPV quads that are pre-built and come ready to go, bind and fly they call it. And I decided to go with the 5-inch Nazgul Evoque. So with the Nazgul Evoque V2, you can use the DJI goggles too, which obviously work with the Avata as well. So, I mean, essentially you have the same camera in the Avata as well as the iFlight Nazgul Evoque version 2. But again, obviously this is true manual mode. There's no assistance. I did get the model that had the GPS built onto it to help with failsafes and return to homes. Actually proved to be pretty handy. But I picked this up and I understood though, I was not quite ready to go full-blown manual mode. I wasn't there yet. So I went online, did some research to find which was the best FPV simulator. And a lot of guys recommended Liftoff. So then comes, I have the DJI FPV RC. What's really cool is you can connect this via USB-C to your computer and use this same remote for the simulator on your computers. I put hours and hours and hours and hours into that simulator. Got to the point where I can fly in a level, fly in a map, and not crash for a good while. Obviously, you get ballsy and you see a little gap and you try to hit that, and 9 times out of 10, you don't make the gap because you're trying to hit something that's really unrealistically small. In real life, I would never attempt to do half the crap I do in the simulator. But that's what it's for, right? You can practice and you can crash and you can just keep on going. You're not gonna spend money rebuilding a quad. But hours and hours into that simulator, and I finally felt comfortable enough to go out to a field, link up my goggles and RC with the Nazgul Evoque, and venture on a maiden flight. But putting hours into a simulator isn't the only learning curve that comes with getting into the world of FPV. You also have to learn software called Betaflight. This I was not ready for. Betaflight is essentially software in which you connect to your drone and you configure everything. You tell the drone what you want to do when you push this button. You tell the drone what you want to do when you toggle that switch. You have to go in there, you basically have to assign, it's called modes, and you assign a role or an assignment to each button on your RC. And you configure the drone, its attitude, how aggressive it responds to different joystick movements. Thankfully though, again, the iFlight drones, a lot of them are bind and fly. Your levels, everything's ready to go. You can tweak them later. You basically only need to assign your modes, tell the drone what to do when you push certain buttons on the RC, and then you're good to go. I also went ahead and set up a failsafe because I had the GPS version of my drone. So I was able to configure what my drone should do, should it lose signal from the controller. But then after Betaflight, and then after I finally got the motors to start, obviously I had the props off while this thing was on my desk for safety reasons. But when I finally got the cojones to go to a park, connect the battery, and just go, that's when things got fun. Okay, so we're here at a park for the maiden flight of the Nazgul Evoque, the 5-inch quad. Pretty stoked. I already went through Betaflight, set up all my modes for the different knobs and triggers on my RC. I'm using the DJI FPV RC with the 03 unit that already comes on the Nazgul Evoque and the goggles too. So aside from today, the only times I've ran the motors on this quad is on my desk with the props off when I finally got it to kick on. Thanks to Josh Bardwell for helping me out and figuring out why it wasn't initially turning on. It's a learning curve. So, but let's get this going. This is gonna be the maiden flight today. The first thing I'm gonna do is just kind of hover just to get this thing off the ground, just get a little feel for it. And then we'll land and we'll take off again. And hopefully my hours in the simulator have served me well and I don't just crash out my first try. So let's do this. So let's go ahead and turn the goggles on, as well as the RC. Plug in the battery. All right. Pretty nervous about flying this thing manual today. The only time I've ever flown something manual was something like the Evoque or the DJI Fpvdrone that had built-in failsafes and assistance. So let's do this. Bring my throttle all the way down. All right, quad is armed. I'm gonna stand back from this. Where am I at in relation to the quad? Stand back just a little bit. Okay. It's out of frame still, huh? Whew. Okay. Hovering is pretty difficult. Just trying to stay in one spot. Manual, not having that GPS assistance is definitely showing its colors. Oh man, I'm really hoping that the hours in the simulator pays off here. Let's try this again, huh? All right, this time I'm gonna make sure I record what the drone's saying. All right. Easy on the sticks here. Okay. Props off. All right, so again, this is real life manual. It's a little tough. I'm having a hard time just sitting there hovering, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go like I do in the simulator, and let's hope for the best here. I mean, I'm feeling semi-comfortable. Let's just send it, man. It's just a drone, right? Again, sorry, it's a quad. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, I got some decent control here. I feel like I'm doing okay here. First time I tried to fly the DJI FPV drone, I just freaking crashed after like 15 seconds in the air. Putting hours into the simulator is definitely paying off. Again, this is my maiden flight with this Nazgul Evoque. Just trying to take it easy, turning around, just going back and forth in this field. Okay. Okay, I gotta tell you guys, put hours into the simulator. I can feel that that is just absolutely helpful. I'm just going back and forth here and then turning around. Just trying to get a feel for this thing. That is snappy, man. That is snappy. I mean, holy crap. That is snappy. A little bit of nosedive there. Woo! This is snappy, much snappier than, much more responsive than the DJI FPV, which I sold a long time ago when I got the Evoque. I was just over that freaking flying potato. The Evoque is amazing though, I love it. I just use the Motion 2 controller exclusively with that thing. Okay, so going back and forth is fine. Let's try something a little different here. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can just kind of pivot around this light pole here. Okay, I've done this in the simulator around items. Okay, I'm just reassuring myself, you're okay, Daniel, you're okay. All right, let's go to this one. Ellipsis around that sucker. Okay, all right, guys, invest in time on the simulator, because I can tell you right now, I would not be doing this, what I'm doing right now, if I didn't put hours in the simulator. Wow, okay, this is responsive, this is fun. This is so fun. Let's do a little bit of dive here. Don't get cocky. All right, okay. Where am I at? Here I am. All right, let's kind of pivot around there. Just around this post here. Wow. Okay, this is fun. This is fun. I'm not gonna try to hit those gaps. It's fun though. Just kind of blowing by them. All right. Got someone walking there, so we want to be respectful. Kind of give them some space. Wow. Guys, this is an absolute blast. I gotta tell you, an absolute blast. I'm gonna see if I can just kind of ellipse around this thing again. Oh, wow. All right. This is, again, maiden flight with the Nazgul Evoque 5-inch quad here. Put the time into a simulator of some sorts. I used, shoot, what the heck was the name of the one I used? I've been using. I just had a brain fart. I can't remember the name of the simulator I was using for some weird reason. I think I'm just really focused right now on what I'm doing, so my brain's just not gonna dig into its core memory to pull that name out. Why can I not remember the name of that freaking software? Oh well. Wow. This is so fun. Okay, so what I'm gonna attempt to do now, landing. Oh, I totally forgot. Hold on. Oh shoot, what's going on? Why did it just die? That's weird. Thing literally just like stopped. Let's see if I can start the props up again. Armed. Whoa, what is going on? Connection failed. The drone is like shut off. That's really weird. Huh. Okay, so I didn't get a chance to try. I was gonna test out the failsafe. For some weird reason, the drone just shut off. Luckily, I was in a position where I was kind of banking and trying to just kind of do another helix, going really slow, and the thing just kind of landed on its feet like a cat, if you will. So I'm gonna go out there and see what's going on. I don't know, my battery just got insanely low and it just did its own landing. Not too sure what happened here, so I'll be right back. Okay, got a new battery on this thing. I plug it in, connect it to the RC, and let's try to do this again because I really want to attempt to land this thing on my own and not have what happened earlier, just the battery die and luckily just be sort of hovering just a few feet off the ground. So let's see what happens here. So let's get this battery plugged in. The other battery feels like a little swollen already, and these batteries are brand new, so I'm not too sure what's going on there. Connection fell. Try to link goggles there. There we go. Okay, we're in here. We're back in. All right, we're armed. We're going. That was really odd. And that battery, I held it up against the other one, and it was, oh, let's go ahead and start recording. There we go. I held that battery up against the other one, and it was noticeably swollen. I'm not, like, these are like brand new from iFlight, so I'm not too sure what to do about that. Let's see what the deal is there. So what I want to do here, just as another test, is I want to just get a little bit high, just not crazy high, just a few hundred feet up, maybe 150 feet. I want to try seeing how failsafe works. So let's get out here a little ways. Okay, so I have a button assigned to that from Betaflight to simulate failsafe. So I'm gonna go ahead and tap that, and it's just falling from the sky. Tap it again. Okay, we're good. What the freak, dude? Okay, hold on. Let's get a little higher. Give myself some room to play with this. Okay, failsafe activated. Okay, what's it doing? Can't really see what it's doing here. It's kind of just staying in the same spot. I don't see it. Okay, I see in the goggles it's kind of just hovering. I can hear it. It's kind of just hanging out there, which is fine, but I do have it set for mode 2 and return to home, so it should return to home and land. It's just kind of hanging out. I'm moving the sticks, I don't have any control, it's just kind of hovering out there, which isn't bad. Like if I lose signal, I don't mind you just hovering, but you know, I'd rather it return to home. It's really weird, what's going on? I can't see it. I'm a little far out there because I know I had to be a certain amount of distance out for this to actually work. I'm not too sure what it's doing. Where are you? You're just over the desert out there. Not too sure what it's doing. It's slowly descending, but it's not coming back. So I'm gonna go ahead and deactivate that, give it some throttle and get back. Oh, I was over the park. I was like almost right over myself. Hold on, it was working. Let's try that again. Okay. Where are you? Please just don't fall. I don't see it anywhere. I'm trying to look and based off the goggles where you're at, looking up in the sky. Where the balls are you? Oh, there it is. I hear it blinking too. Is it actually like coming back? Like, I guess someone looking at this would be like, it's a UFO. Okay, what are you doing? Okay, okay, I'm gonna get this with my phone because I don't want to move the camera. But it's literally, you see him out there? Holy crap, this is cool. Okay. Okay. Now I don't want it to, I don't know how, it's not gonna land the exact spot because it doesn't have sensors underneath itself. But I also don't want it to hit a pole or my camera either. But let's see what it's doing. Okay, that's cool. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. I got you. Oh my gosh. Dude, okay. It landed just a few feet from where I took off. That is nothing short of amazing. Insanely impressed with the fail-safe return to home feature of this. If you are looking at the Nazgul Evoque, just that extra, I don't remember how much exactly it is. I'll pop it up right there. Just that extra bit of cost for the GPS unit on this thing, oh my gosh. I mean, I can't imagine if I lost signal or something happened, this thing being able to rescue itself and come and land just a few feet from where it was. This was my maiden flight too. I didn't crash. I'm pretty excited, guys. That's overheating because I'm not moving, so I'm just gonna pull the battery out. Come on, pull it, there we go. This was an absolutely amazing experience. If you are looking into getting an FPV, you have an Evoque, you have the DJI FPV drone, and you're looking into getting into the FPV world truly, look at iFlight, Nazgul Evoque, the 5-inch version. I would say this was successful. First maiden flight for true FPV. I didn't crash my drone. There's crap out here to run into, and I didn't crash. Put the time into a simulator. I cannot stress that enough. Put the time into a simulator. If I didn't, I would not have gotten 5 feet off the ground without just eating grass. So thanks for watching, guys. Let's get back to the studio. That was hands down some of the most fun I have ever had flying a quad drone, whatever, sue me. But absolute blast. I'm so excited to finally have done it. I flew an FPV quad, full manual, and my quad came back in one piece. That's pretty exciting. I'm really excited about getting out there, pushing myself, learning more skills, practice, and getting those epic shots. You see these guys on Instagram that are doing a helix around a volcano or diving a waterfall, and I'm stoked to go and try to capture shots that invoke those same feelings and that same rush, and I'm really excited to finally be in this world. If you're just looking to get into the world of FPV, comment down below, guys. I'll try to respond to every question I can. Oh, and by the way, I did get the dead cat version. So what that means is, if you notice, it's not a perfect square, right, between the motors, right? You see the two front ones are actually set back a little bit. What that is, it's so that the props don't show up in frame, right? They don't show up in your camera footage. So I didn't want that. You know, guys say that the dead cats fly just a little different than a standard quad where the motors are actually in a perfect square. They say they're just not quite as nimble. So it's no difference to me. I'd rather not have the props in frame, so for my footage, and that's just me. So gonna keep on putting hours in the simulator, gonna keep on going to parks, gonna keep on going to places where it's wide and open and practicing. But hopefully I can get ballsy and get out there and really send it and do something really cool and something really fun and really gutsy, and in all honesty, risk this thing to get that shot. And I'm looking forward to that. The next step, though, is to decide on an action camera to put on this bad boy. Obviously, the air unit cameras have their shortcomings: dynamic range, resolution, the sensor's not as big. So that's my next journey, is I'm trying to decide which action camera to go with. Do I want to go with, well, DJI just released the Action 4. That seems pretty awesome. And also GoPro just released the Hero 12. So that seems pretty cool. So in all honesty, right now, I'm researching those two cameras and trying to figure out which one I want to go with. So maybe that'll be the next video. I'll keep you guys posted. Please like and subscribe. Comment below if you have any questions. If you're looking to get into the world of FPV and want to know what it's like as someone that's new getting into this and what kind of hurdles and obstacles I'm dealing with and I work through, I'll try my best to respond to all the comments, guys. I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. Again, please like, subscribe. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna keep on flying this thing. I'm gonna keep pushing myself. I'm gonna just have fun, ultimately. That's what it's all about, right? Good luck. We'll see you.